Once again, as we are each week, we are joined by our favorite love and happiness coach, Reverend Greg Dorst, Senior Minister at the Claremont Center for Spiritual Living. And Greg, just recently, many people made their annual New Year's resolutions that may at the best last about 2 weeks and then poof, they're gone. What are your thoughts on these resolutions that people tend to make and seldom stick with?
Resolutions usually take the form of, I won't do this anymore, I need to lose this weight, I don't want to experience this, so I won't do that. And it oftentimes has to do with quitting something, and quitting is very hard. Mm-hmm. I don't make New Year's resolutions like that. I mean, I really would like to see relationships get better, and in order to do that, I got to work on myself. You know, I have to bring more love into the arena because love is always the solution. But when I say things like, I'm going to eat less, it just makes me think of eating more. Mm-hmm. You know,
but when I say I'm going to eat more, I do.
Yeah, and that doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't. You know, it's like me telling you right now, and this has been used before, don't think of a chocolate sundae with a cherry on top.
Right, and that's all you're going to think about.
Yeah, so but I told you not to do that. And in fact, you might have made that a resolution. You might have said, I'm not going to think of my favorite food anymore. I'm not going to go to that restaurant. I'm not going to eat this sweet.
And in a sense, you're almost giving that very thing more power over you rather than less.
You do, you do. So if you really want to give up something, interestingly enough, you kind of have to start doing things that are incongruent with that thing that you want to give up. Meaning you can't do both of them at the same time. Say, for instance, you want to lose some weight. You know, you might want to look at doing some exercise, like climbing up a mountain that you couldn't do if you weighed more, because gravity takes over, you know.
So look at, you know, what we think about is what we tend to attract into our lives. So think about the positive ways of making changes. Not I won't eat as much, but how about I will exercise more?
Yeah, that's great. And you know, oftentimes the key to getting yourself out of those holes where you're engaging in those bad habits is that you need something more interesting to think about. And doing something positive gives you something more interesting to think about than going and doing those other things.
And will attract the positive thing we have our mind set on, and not the negative. Sunday services, 10:30?
10:30 in the morning.
And meditation at 10?
Yes.
Claremont Center for Spiritual Living, and of course Claremont. Come on down, love to see you there.